Now, I went to this Ukrainian Pentecostal church in Nicholasville. Nicholasville is between Wilmore, because Wilmore is where that Asbury Theology College is. Nicholasville is between Wilmore and Lexington. Now, I found this Ukrainian Pentecostal church right on the northern border of Lexington, or right on the northern border of Nicholasville, and so it was just south of Lexington. Okay, so out of all the women I've ever met through my travels that have tried to flirt with me, seduce me even, I'm talking about the girls below the age of 18. These platonic, Titanic-like interactions with young girls happened on the rarest of rare occasions. I remember going to this Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous meeting at the Hope Center shelter in Lexington, Kentucky. And this lady, she's talking about drug addictions, this and that. She says that pussy can be very addicting too, and that pussy can make all other logical rules that were written down on paper go completely out of the window, and it can defy, it can go against common sense, it can go against all logic and reasoning. Okay, now out of all the few girls that have tried to seduce me that were well below the age of 18, where they tried to seduce me, and then I would reciprocate. One girl tried to show me her pussy, but she had like shorts on without any panties on. You know, I didn't actually try to see underneath her shorts. I could have easily done that, but I was just playing hard to get, I guess. But this other girl, she was doing seduction towards me. I reciprocate, and I saw underneath her skirt, and she didn't have any panties on, and she was like 6 years old, and I seen this tampon string hanging out of her pussy. I've been to New Hampshire, and some of this stuff I've already talked about in other videos or so. I was in New Hampshire, and this is known as the Granite State, the live free or die state. And I'm poor, I'm homeless. I got the mental disorder back then, just like I do now, and they know that as well. And I check into a psych ward and a regular hospital. The TV is off, and I ask for the remote, and I'm flipping through the stations of the TV, and I see this one station called the parenting channel, and it shows somebody with their leg cut off in a wheelchair, raising a family. You know what I'm saying? And then I seen this next station after that one called the newborn channel, and it showed this parent putting some kind of cream, like anti-rash cream, on the pussy lips of a newborn baby girl. You know that's very nice and interesting and all, but anybody would like to see the real thing. You know what I'm saying? Not that I've ever crossed those boundaries and touched a newborn baby girl's pussy. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't have if she was my daughter or whatever. But But I remember I was at that Ukrainian Pentecostal church, and as I mentioned in a different video or so, these Ukrainian women dress very elegantly. Even the young girls, some of them dress really elegantly. I remember seeing this one girl. She was about, she could have been like 19, give or take. She wasn't necessarily below 18, but she wore a dress, and no other Ukrainian girl I've ever seen wear this specific dress. You know those sweaters that you put on, and they expand, like they contour with your body. This was like because at the church I used to go to, Faith Tabernacle Apostolic Church. The men and women have to wear long sleeves all the way to the edge of their wrists. The women have to wear dresses all the way down to the bottom of their ankles. This Ukrainian woman, she wore a dress, or it was a dress that went about to her knees, give or take. But the whole dress was like a sweater, and it clinged to her body. She was right in front of me, and like I remember she like leaned forward or backwards like a hint or like a hair, and you could see like her butt cheeks were making her stand more upright. And like her butt cheek, her right butt cheek, I could see flex like a Kentucky racehorse. But I seen this other really young girl. She could have been like 4 or 5 years old. She was wearing a dress, and this dress was an all. It was a black all leather dress, and a sign that someone is interested in you, whether male or female, is if they do their looks really, really nice. They call this preening. And the mother of that young girl that was about 4 or 5 in that black leather dress, because the dress went up to her knees, give or take, you know what I'm saying? But the mother would do her hair extremely straight with the comb there, right there in church, and the mother would preen the young girl, you know what I'm saying? Before I went to that church, I posted a sticky note to this wall in the library in Nicholasville. I posted multiple sticky notes to this wall, and I talked about how I knew there were some countries where child porn was legal. And after that, I went to that Ukrainian Pentecostal church, and here come these 2 young girls. Each one is about like 7 or 8 years old for each one, give or take. And they're right in front of me at a different within a different church service. And I don't know Ukrainian, but now I've said very sexually vulgar things to young girls, but I put the message out into the world that my intentions are legit, and I intend to marry a girl that's below the age of 18. So now when I found this website called prettywoman.com back in like 1997, This was before you could obtain prepaid debit cards. This was before prepaid debit cards came out. This was This was when I had trouble opening an account. It was either opening a bank account, or I had trouble getting a credit card. And I either didn't know about bank associated debit cards, or I had something like that. So what I was able to do is order this young girl's address, who lived in this town known as Almaty, Kazakhstan. Okay, so I forgot where I was going with that, but Lord, I'm going to remember. But oh yeah. So you could order some ebooks or like advice, some dating advice for dating a Slavic woman, and I bought this one or so that said, when you translate your letters or whatever it is from English to Russian or Ukrainian, you want to make your sentences very simple. So one day, as I went to the library in northern Lexington, Kentucky, as usual, I looked up on Google Translate. I translated from English to Ukrainian. Will you marry me? 4 words translated from English to Ukrainian, and I wrote this down. And so this one day, this other church service, I see these 2, roughly 5, 6, 7, 8, give or take, for both of them, pretty young, you know what I'm saying? I tapped. There was 2 of them in front of me. The one on my right. This is my right. When you're looking at me, that is your right. But on my right, ahead of me, because I was on the top balcony and the very back row. I tapped one of those young Ukrainian girls on the shoulder, and she kind of turns around and says in English, "What?" And then I handed her that note that said in Ukrainian, "Will you marry me?" And then she, her whole demeanor changed after that. She showed that note to her whoever that was, her sister or her friend, to my left, and then their whole demeanor changed after that. And you ever see one of those supermodel photo shoots? Yeah, I think they have this on the movie Austin Powers, where Austin Powers says to one of these models or supermodels or whatever, "You're a tiger, rare," you know what I'm saying? And so that's the way that the right one acted to the left one, not with her hands, but the one girl on my left, she takes her hair, a wad of strands of hair, and puts it in both her right and left hand, and makes this string of hairs. And hold up, we'll be back here in a second. We want to cut this off before we go above 15 minutes. Hold on.